Hi everyone. Next up is a lovely crystal wine glass. I have already sketched with a diamond this sort of idea, which has already got dust on it. Sorry, there you go. Now, I belong to a website called Creative Fabrica, and this is from one of their tattoo ranges. So this is all copyright free and very, very useful when you just need to whip up an attractive design and not have to rack your brains to come up with something completely original. It comes from a set of tattoo designs, and I've just chosen one, and I've done the basic outlines, and then I will be manipulating and adding perhaps some of my own elements to it. I think it's rather fun, and you know I like a bit of fun when engraving. This glass is, I think it's from India. It's just from one of my suppliers, and it's quite heavy and it's quite thick, so I can have a fair amount of fun with it. Okay, let's get on with it. Safety first, and so if you have glasses, wear them, and then headband magnifier if you have those, and of course a mask. Put your glasses over the top of the mask, and this will help with the condensation on the glasses. Okie dokes. Now, as you can see, I fancied working dry with a big old diamond, and boy was it dusty. That's why the mask is so important. I am very, very lucky to have a really good dust extractor, and you can see what's happening to my dust as I'm making it. It is being whipped right into the dust extractor and away from my lungs. So important to make sure that you are not breathing it in. So wear 2 masks if you are going to be producing this much dust. Okay, or use water. Of course, water keeps the dust down. I just didn't feel like it because I got a fabulous soft crystal and a good diamond. Now I'm just showing you here how, of course, I've gone over that line, and it's so easy to just put it back in place just roughly so that you can see where you did have a line before. There's many different ways of doing it. You can just go over it with a pen, pencil even, over the engraved area. But what I was doing is making that area nice and smooth. Now again, I wanted to keep this little motif in that sort of area, and that's something that you can do as well, is engrave slightly deeper with a small diamond, and then come over the top of the area with the big diamond again. Because, as I say, I am trying to make a consistent area of heart. So you can see a tiny little mark where the heart is placed. I mean, for me, in this particular thing, it's not important. But if it is something that is important, that's what you can do, is just engrave a little bit deeper, and then the diamond will not worry it too much, and you can see where it was. This is a green stone, and I'm going over the edges to just dull them down a little bit so that it almost has, well, it does have a bit of shading around the edge of the heart, so that it looks a little bit like, well, it has that cushion effect, a 3D effect. And it's quite subtle using this green stone, or whatever stone you've got lying around. Is just this particular green stone is quite efficient. Gives a nice soft blended half tone. In other words, of course, it's slightly smoother than the coarse diamond work. And here I've got a soft rubber, and I'm going right over the outside edge, so you cannot see any harsh lines, and it's again making it a little bit more shaded to give it that cushioned 3D effect. Now, I would normally say be careful with a rubber abrasive when you're going right on the edge of something, because you don't want to go onto the clear glass because it does leave a hue. But because behind this heart there's an awful lot of detail, so it's very, very busy, so any little hue that might be showing on the glass is going to be completely obliterated, so don't worry about it. I'm just marking in those lines again because it's like a sash going across the heart, or a ribbon of some sort. Here I've got, just because it was nearby, a tiny little diamond wheel. And this is the green stone again, just giving it a little bit of a softer area underneath that sash. And with the rubber, I'm just darkening it a little bit. Now, that looks a bit messy, but at this point, all you do is you go back over with a diamond and create that same line again. But you have a lovely shadow underneath it. So it looks like it's been lifted slightly off the heart. This, of course, is a medium-sized diamond. Okay, still could do with some neatening up, and this is what we're going to do now with a much smaller diamond burr. Turning the glass around so that you're comfortable to get the different angles. It's always easier pulling it towards you or pushing it away from you. And also, and in this case where I'm working now at the top, well, I was, it's nice to use the back of the burr. But any old how, there I'm using the front of the burr as well. Slightly deeper on the edges, but just blended in a little with this diamond. Now here is a Dura White, a very fine size, a much smaller, neater size, and I've flattened the top of this Dura White so that it can create a much darker tone, and it's a very, very useful burr. As you know, I love a little Dura White. It's actually going relatively deep into the glass and smoothing it at the same time. It's quite a magical burr. So it's created that half tone and just added a little bit of interest to the heart. Okay, it's a sort of a twirly design, but it could represent sort of veins around the heart. I don't know. Could put anything. It's a very useful thing to do this, using the Dura White over diamond work. I'm just making it up as I go along, and when you think carefully, don't overdo it. What I demonstrated there was trying to flatten the top of this little rubber. Two ways of doing it. The second way was the most efficient, by putting this big stone into the drill and then running it across the top. to flatten it. And that was just so that I can get into some of the grooves. This is a hard rubber, a rubber disc. And just going over the hard area, the hard edge of the ribbon, it will give it a much, much darker, just a hint of a much darker area. I didn't want to do too much on the top because the light's coming down from the top, and of course I had to touch up a little bit where it went over the ribbon. I'm going to use some water now, and let's add in that tiny little heart feature. It's almost like a little brooch. This is a small diamond, and of course I'm going yet deeper into this glass. Now, I showed you that it is quite thick, and of course as you come down from the rim, it is getting thicker and thicker. So I've got a lot of room to play with here. I can go fairly deep. So I've got a tiny little a diamond burr here that is kind of flat on the top. It's an interesting shape, and that was useful to make these funny sort of wings and sparkly things. Or rays coming off the heart. Okay, back with a sort of a smallish size diamond burr, and I'm pressing relatively hard into the glass, just creating these very simple sort of feather effects. These are like angel wings, if you like. So this is a very small green stone, so the same as the big green stone that we used around the edge of the heart. And so creating a similar sort of half tone, or quarter tone even, I'm just filling in the rest of the feathery effect of these wings, so that you can still see quite clearly the whiter areas. Working in the direction of the feathers and not against the direction, or sort of a right angle to the direction. It's much, much more efficient to work in the same direction. Neat colouring in, if you like, and doing the same on the other side. Now, you will have noticed that my videos have been getting a little bit shorter, and that is because I've decided to speed up the footage, because otherwise it can get very boring. So I've sped this up to 300%. And so it's not quite so boring. Here is an interesting process. I'm taking a very large diamond flame and I'm very, very lightly running it over this heart. And where those Dura white lines are, it is actually going to sharpen them up, because it will just pick up the edges. It can't go into them because it's too big and they are very skinny. And so it makes them nice and neat and sharp. Also added a nice texture, or sort of a hint of almost a glitter to the heart. Soft rubber to give the wings that little bit of 3D effect. Okay, that's the end of part 1. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in part 2.